Hey, Marc Warnke, this is the ranch update. It's fall. We're dealing with freezing weather and trying to stay up on getting all our tank heaters up and doing all that stuff right now. So it's kind of a busy time getting ready for winter, and we've really worked hard this summer to kind of beautify the ranch because we're coming into trying to be more of an agritourism event space, and we're using the sauna and the cold plunge and the B&B and the ripple room, and we're combining all those to start attracting things like yoga practitioners and cool stuff. So I'm going to talk about that. And if you're like me and you're not a rich guy who just owns a ranch, I have to figure out how to pay for this place, and it's like an ongoing thing. And so we're trying to optimize all the different ways that we can generate revenue where the ranch can begin to pay for itself, because I need it to. These things are like money dumps where there's so much money that you have to dump in terms of equipment and manpower and upkeep, and it's crazy how expensive it is. So this is what we call the North End home. I showed you guys that we did that full remodel in there, and it's been super cool. And then I wanted to update you on how the whole Airbnb thing is going, and the answer is it's going great. We marketed it about $200 a night is what we get for it, and we're full almost every weekend since we started marketing it. We started out on the cheap side. We were like 160, and then we got the reviews, and then we got more traction, and then we raised the price, and then it kept getting that. So we started at 160, we're now at 200. And we're still staying fairly full, but we're noticing that the wintertime revenue is starting to drop off now. And so all that went really well. And it's normal for Airbnb to drop off during the winter, especially out here. And what we're trying to do to enhance that is now we're trying to go down the line of staycations. And so we have these really, if you haven't seen our other website, it's called rippleranchidaho.com. And people can come into rippleranchidaho.com, and we market mostly locally for that. So we have this valley where, the housing prices here are crazy expensive. People who move here are wealthy, they're healthy, and they're trying to get wise. And so we're marketing and staying with our theme here on Ripple Ranch, which is to ripple out kindness, love, and gratitude to the world through people, animals, and food. And what we do is we try to bring people in on one of those three quadrants. Come here for the food, come here for the animals, and come here for the people activities. So we have dances in the Ripple Center. We put on clinics for the cold plunge and the sauna, and learning how to deal with anxiety and meditation. And we're combining that with some of the couple work. So what we're offering, and this isn't like an advertising, I'm just telling you what we're offering so that you can maybe model something similar on your place, is that they come stay in the Airbnb, and we charge $350 for dinner, and then a staycation with access to the sauna. So that's kind of our basic package. And then we have an advanced package that we charge $575 for, and that is a show up at 4 o'clock, come for a cold plunge, because I'm going to teach you about anxiety and panic and how all that works and the value of cold plunging, but also more the learning lesson, both mentally kind of and energetically, on how anxiety feels in our body, how panic feels in our body, and then how to handle that and stay calm and learn about the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. There's tons to be learned from a cold plunge that way. And then we are also rolling them into, after that, we have an outdoor shower too. So they do the outdoor shower, and this is a couple thing, and then they come in the sauna. And the cold plunge is a really cool exercise in like community energy, meaning when you're by yourself, the ability to stay in that cold plunge for 3 minutes is so much harder than if you have somebody there sitting there with you, doing it with you. It's an amazing, cool, like shared courage, shared energy with that. And there's lots to be learned from that and to pay attention to. So I talk about that as well. Then we roll into the sauna, and the rule in the sauna is that there's no talking, and then I play really beautiful music. And I teach them a Wim Hof breathing strategy, so a breathing meditation strategy. And the whole focus of being in the sauna is to focus on, in the couple, what they're grateful for. And what will get included in that is things like gratitude for their partner and things that they bring. So that's in the sphere of gratitude, but also the things that are in gratitude for their lives and their health and all those other things that they can be grateful for. And that foundation of gratitude is what allows people to stand on a foundation of gratitude and just see the world in a different way and see their partner in a different way and their children in a different way and their role. So we're using the staycation as a revenue generator, but at the same time trying to elicit change in people's lives and what they're doing and trying to be helpful. And at the same time, in Boise right now, if you go out to dinner at a decent restaurant, you're going to spend $200 if you have a couple of drinks. And then if you want to rent a hotel in downtown Boise, it's $250. So to come out here and get all this for, you know, a reasonable price and a really cool house and all those different things, we believe we're offering a really good value. Now, I want to tell you, we've done some Facebook marketing with this, and I'm learning some Facebook advertising, and we're pretty good at it. It's how we built the whole milk business, and I'll talk to you about that too and let you know how that's going in this ranch update. But we're not that good, and we're kind of bumbling around in the dark, and we haven't seen a lot of return from our Facebook marketing for the staycation yet, although we're kind of in the early stages of it. But what we're also doing is we're going out to the community, and we have influential people that have large platforms in Facebook and Instagram and or large circles, and they're couples that we know. And so we've offered them to come to the ranch for free, and we're doing it on a weeknight, which is a night where we really just not have anything going on anyway. And we're giving them the whole experience for free, and then asking them that if it's a good experience for that to share. So we're trying to get the word of mouth advertising going as well. And our only real cost is cleaning the B&B and the cost of dinner. So for us, it's a minimal cost for a really direct word of mouth marketing campaign, and that's how we're trying to go down, and I'll report on how that goes, because I think our wintertime stays are going to be low if we can't add other cool things onto it, and so we're working hard to do that. In fact, we have guests in the B&B right now. They've been here for a week. They were actually hunting in the area, and if you hear that rig, that's the one driving off right now. But that's the report on kind of the B&B and the direction we're going with our facilities. Next, I'm going to pop over to kind of the general milk barn area and talk to you about how our milk situation is going and how we're doing there. So that's the update on the staycation and the B&B and all that stuff. Remember, we also are the founders of the lifesteading movement, and the lifesteading movement is just an idea that, you know, landowners have something to contribute to the world, and it's important to make a difference while you're making a living, but becoming really smart at all the components of running a homestead: off-grid, pasture management, soil health, and, you know, permaculture and sustainable ranching and goats and milk and food and all those different things. And then we're also including in that the whole acknowledging the human being in the equation. How can we become better physically, mentally, and spiritually as a whole? Because the more we uplift ourselves, the more we can uplift humanity, and we include all that in there. And don't forget that that's going to be launched on the Ben Greenfield podcast. And if you're watching this video way later, we've already done the podcast, but we're launching that and doing a really cool podcast with him. And we really are looking to make a big impact with the lifesteading movement. And remember, I'm the goat guy. So if you need help with goats, there's all kinds of courses and everything else you can get on PackGoats.com. So in the next video, we're going to go on and I'm going to talk about our milk program and how we're doing that. We have raw goat milk, and I'm going to tell you about how all that has gone. We've run that program now for about 3 months, and I'll let you know kind of how that is progressing and how we've marketed it and what kind of revenues we're generating from it. By the way, too, we are producing about $2,800 a month on the B&B, so pretty good revenue. That helps with paying mortgage payments and everything else. And in the milk program, we're producing about $2,000 a month, which goes a long ways to pay for hired men and some freedom and those sorts of things. So in the next video that you'll see the next time you watch, I'm going to go full into detail on our milking program and what our results have been like there.